This problem that we're about to work now, this is showing us, give us a little insight into what's called stock repurchase. Companies often feel that they can benefit their shareholders more by taking money, going into the market, buying stock, which results in fewer shares and making the price of the stock in the market go up. And that's a stock repurchase, and that's the sort of the focus of this problem that we're about to work. It reads as following: the following financial data on the bond recording company are available. It tells us that earnings available to the common stockholders is $800,000. The number of shares of common stock outstanding right now, 400,000. Earnings per share is $2. Market price per share right now is $20. And they tell us that the PE ratio, the price to earnings ratio, is 10. The firm is currently considering whether it should use $400,000 of its earnings to pay cash dividends of $1 per share or to repurchase stock at $21 a share. A part, approximately how many shares of stock could the company repurchase at the $21 per share price using the funds that would have gone to pay the cash dividends? B part says calculate earnings per share after the repurchase and explain your calculations. If the stock still sells for 10 times earnings, and if its PE ratio is still 10, what will the market price be after the repurchase? D part, compare the pre and post earnings per share. And E part, compare and contrast the stockholder's position under the dividend and repurchase alternatives. What are the tax consequences of each of these? Now the A part says, how many shares of stock could the company buy with its $400,000? Well, they say they're going to pay $21 a share in the market. 400,000 divided by $21 a share, 19,047 shares. The B part says, what's going to be the earnings per share, if they go through with the stock repurchase. Now, earnings per share is the earnings available to the shareholder, which they told us in the book was $800,000, divided by the number of shares outstanding. Now, before the repurchase, they had 400,000 shares outstanding. So if they repurchase 19,047 shares, which you see in the denominator here, that's going to be the number of new shares outstanding. So if you take the earnings available to the shareholder, 800,000, and divided by the new number of shares outstanding, I got $2.10 as earnings per share after the repurchase.